Hey, you guys, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I am Aja A. As you see tarot cards on your screen, you know it's time for a reading. We're back to the regularly scheduled program. This is your tarot forecast for the Scorpio lunar cycle. So we're looking at November to December, mid-ish. The moons are starting to be a little bit earlier now, so like second week-ish of November to like the second week-ish of like anyways, so this video is for Sag Sun, Sag Moon, and Sag Rising. So before I even get started, if you feel like what I'm saying in this video is not resonating with you, that means this video is not actually for you. So go on and check out your moon and or rising sign, and I do have a link down in the description box to a playlist with all of those videos in it. All right, y'all. All right, yeah, so as I was saying, this is for the Scorpio lunar cycle. So I would definitely suggest checking out my video on the new moon in Scorpio. I'm going to be talking about, not going to be in that video, I talk about the energies that we'll be dealing with throughout the Scorpio lunar season. I also have a Mercury retrograde video up as well because we are going into Mercury retrograde. Venus retrograde is ending. We'll still be dealing with the shadow, so definitely check out that video too, because Venus, y'all, Venus, Lord. Anyways, yeah, so as I was saying, this video is for Sag Sun, Sag Moon, and Sag Rising. Gonna be doing our typical 5-card spread. What was that? That was the crone that fell out. And the crone is a card that talks about kind of paving your own way and following your own path. And if I remember, y'all might have had this card pop up in your last reading. I don't remember, but wonder what that means for you guys. This Scorpio lunar season, especially with Scorpio energy, dealing with, you know, our true passions, may very much so bring you to the point of, you know, forging your own path and walking down it. But let's go on and shuffle these cards and see what's truly honestly popping. Like I was saying, sorry y'all, excuse me. Going to be looking at the energy coming up for you guys during this lunar cycle. Also going to be looking at any crossing energies. And because we are talking about Scorpio, we're going to be having a card come out talking about what mysteries need to be revealed. Where do you need a little bit more clarity? And then also, where do y'all need, I'm not a Sag, where do y'all need to bring in a little bit more drive or determination or put a little bit more passion into your lives, okay? And then as always, a soul message card. Something extra for you guys to take away with you from this reading. Okay, I'm going to finish shuffling this deck now. You test my patience. I know them one on vacations, eh? Ooh, okay. Poetic justice. You gotta trust it. Excuse me. Okay, Sag. The first card that y'all have coming up in your spread is the Maiden. And this is a card that talks about really nurturing yourself. This card, if we're talking traditional tarot, really resonates with the energy of the Empress card. So this card talks about really coming into a space, coming into a place to where you are giving yourself the love that you need, to where you are putting your energy and your love into the things that you want to do, the things that truly serve you, and the things that deserve your love and your energy, okay? This is the energy that you're supposed to be tapping into, or what's supposed to be coming in for you, Sag. So what this is saying to me, especially under water moons, I always think of water moons as like a cleansing element. So we're in a Scorpio lunar cycle. Scorpio is a water sign. The maiden is coming up. Scorpio is really the water sign that deals with the depths of the water. So I kind of talk about murky waters when I talk about Scorpio, and not really knowing what's going on down there, but there being so much mystery, so many things like kind of mixing up in those waters down there, right? The maiden card coming up in this position underneath this Scorpio lunar cycle is really bringing up this message of, you know, Sagittarius, you guys are also getting ready to come into your new year. You guys' lunar cycle and solar cycle is next. So naturally, when people are ending up their years or getting ready to come into a new, they start to think about and start to reflect on, you know, the things in their life that are not going, the things in their lives that are not going right, or the things in their lives that did go right, and the things that we'd like to improve upon, or the things that we'd like to change. For you guys, Sagittarius, I think towards the end of your year with this Scorpio lunar cycle coming up, especially Scorpio being, you know, the sign associated with change and transformation in the middle of the fall season, you know, I believe that for y'all, you guys are coming up into this energy of, okay, I'm coming into a new, so what do I need to do away with? What do I need to do more of? And the maiden card is saying, focus a little bit less on what you need to do away with and focus more so on what you need to do more of, but focus on this only so much, only so far as yourself is concerned. And that sounds a little selfish, but this card is literally coming up and it's saying, hey, Sag, you need to put some energy into yourself. You need to put some more love into yourself. You need to walk down. You had the crone card come out talking about forging your own path and walking down your own path. This girl is literally on a path. Like, she's literally walking down a path. This maiden card is really saying, Sag, this energy coming up for you guys during the next month, during the Scorpio lunar cycle, is really a time for you to really tap into what it is that, like, return to the things that make you happy. If you haven't been really doing the things that bring you joy or doing the things that bring you peace, kind of return to those things. Bring yourself into spaces and places again to where you can really do the things that resonate with you and where you really feel like, you know, you vibe with these energies. You know, we're still in Saturn being in Capricorn, and we're still in this 11 year, which is all about healing and all about enlightenment. And this enlightenment is of our own souls, our own spirits, our own journeys. So for you, Sag, during this time, right before you're about to end your, excuse me, getting a cold and like trying to talk and also burning hella, and then I go and light some more Palo Santo and smudging and shit, like, y'all, life is real rough right now, but I'm finna get this reading out for you. I still been drinking on the low. For anybody that cares, this is my favorite Drake song. From perfect, like everyone I know. So yeah, Sag, for you, this lunar cycle is all about, and I said this for Scorpio, but in a different context, it's all about getting back to your basics, getting back to, you know, what do you need? What do you want? What do you love? What's going to make you go? What's going to keep you going? And whatever from that group that you can provide for yourself, this card is saying, hey, it's okay for you to go on and provide that to yourself. And if you haven't been, this is definitely the time for you to tap back into it. You're about to come into your new. You guys want to go in with this energy of, you know, feeling refreshed, feeling rejuvenated, and also feeling very content and at peace with yourselves and with your souls and your spirits and your hearts, okay? The card that we have coming up in the crossing position is the Lovers, which is very interesting to me and also not interesting at the same time. Sagittarius, you guys are fire signs. You guys are adventurous. You guys are also known for being kind of like a free love sign. So with that being said, a lot of you Sages find yourself either falling in love a lot or mixing and mingling with a lot of different people, or you find yourselves, and even if you're like with one person, you may find yourself falling in and out of these periods in your relationship where you're like really like into your partner, and then you get really into something new or different that they're doing, right? You have the Lovers card coming up, crossing this maiden energy. So you have a card talking about your connection with others, crossing an energy that talks about your connection with self. So literally the message that comes through for me on this, with this crossing energy, is telling me that Sag, you may have been exerting your energy into a lot of other people and a lot of other things, and it doesn't necessarily mean that these are bad things or bad people. The Lovers card is a card that, when we're talking about situations, these are situations that you're very emotionally invested in and very attached to, and they're typically very positive. Just because they're positive that doesn't mean that it needs to take all of your time or all of your love or all of your energy, right? So the Lovers card being your crossing energy is telling me that, Sag, during this next lunar cycle, during this next month, you guys might be put in situations to where you feel like you have to help other people, where you feel like you have to put other people before you, or just where you feel like you have to put yourself on the back burner. You don't. This is the crossing energy. This is the energy that's trying to keep you from tapping into this maiden energy. This is your obstacle for the month. So, Sag, you're going to have to be a little bit selfish. This is the season of transformation. You're getting ready to go into your new year. It does not make sense to go into your new year focusing on the problems or the lives of other people. It makes more sense to focus on what you need to change, what you want to improve, or what you like and don't, or what you don't like, what you love about yourself. The focus right now should be you, Sag. You have a whole other 12 or 11 months to put your energy elsewhere, to fall in and out of these love relationships, or to fall in and out of these situations and careers and friendships and you know, just things that you are very connected to. You have all the time in the world for that. And you do have all the time in the world to heal yourself and to nurture yourself and to put energy into yourself as well. But with these two cards crossing each other is telling me is that you don't have that balance, and you're putting a lot more energy into the things around you or the people around you. And right now, that's really not what it's about. This card could also talk about a distraction, and this is not necessarily a bad distraction if we're talking about it on that. That was so random. That message just came in for you guys. So for some of y'all Sages, that message might have resonated with you, but there's another one here too. For some of y'all, this may not necessarily be a card of, you know, you're putting your energy in the wrong places. You need to focus on you. This could be a card of, you know, a distraction. You guys may have some sort of like soulmate energy or soulmate person coming in. This went on to the love. So y'all know I hate doing love readings, but the messages that come through, I try to communicate them. Might have some sort of love situation or soulmate situation coming in, and it's supposed to come in to help you better yourself. It's actually supposed to come in to kind of supplement this maiden energy, but because you guys are Sagittarians, you may go a little left with it and kind of just devote your energy into all this and kind of forget that you're over here also working on yourself. So just keep that in mind. If you have some sort of soulmate connection coming in, just because it's in the crossing energy doesn't mean shun your little soulmate away. No, just figure out how to balance the two and how to make those two go hand in hand if that is the message for you. If that's not the message for you and the message was, you know, you're putting your energy into everything and everybody else around you, Sag, focus a little bit more on yourself this time and focus on nurturing your own soul, okay? Me for real. The next card that you have coming up is the Chariot, and this is in the position of what mysteries need to be revealed, what needs to come to light, so to speak. And what I get for this card, Sag, is, and this is very interesting for you guys. So for some of y'all have been suppressing a little bit of your fire. And that may, and again, especially with this Lovers card here, some of you guys may have been suppressing a little bit of your fire to go on and help other people out, or you know, make other people's lives better for whatever reason or however. The Chariot card coming up in this position is telling me, Sag, that you, and this is in the position of mysteries that need to be revealed. This is a card that talks about being strong and tapping into your inner strengths at times, but the message that I get for this particular spread is more so coming back into a sense of yourself, kind of getting reacclimated with yourself, getting to know yourself again, and being okay with who that person is and charging forward with that newfound energy of self. This is coming up, and this is very much so coming up hand in hand with the Maiden card. You've got let's go back to what you need to do for yourself, coupled with let's go back to that and let's make sure that we keep that process or that routine to make sure that we keep ourselves sane, to make sure that we keep ourselves at peace, to make sure that we keep ourselves happy, okay? There's roses and bunnies in this, like, and it sounds so basic, but like literally the card of getting back to your own true happiness, nurturing your soul with roses and bunnies, because those are the best things in the world apparently, you know. The Chariot card, you know, as you're trying to get back into this maiden energy, sometimes it is hard, especially when you have these external influences, whether that be, you know, you putting your energy into other people, or whether that be, you know, you coming into soulmate situations and you wanting to give your love and energy in that way, and then you sometimes can forget what's going on here, right? So try not to do that. Try to just understand that you need to get back to nurturing yourself, healing yourself, your own spiritual development, your own growth, okay? And charge forward with it. Keep that energy, like keep that same energy. Stay strong to that. Just because, you know, somebody may come out the woodworks like, hey, I need a little bit of help with this, and because you're like, oh, you're my friend, I want to help you, that's when you get back into this lovers being cross position, right? No, okay, yeah, I need help with this, okay, cool. This is the advice that I can give you right now, but you're not going to put your whole self in, like, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, this could be, you know, hey, boo, what's up? I'm your new soulmate. Ooh, hey, instead of like, oh, hey, okay, cool, let's go. Like, oh, hey, boo, what's up? You my new soulmate. Well, this is what I'm doing in my life. Like, you want to be a part of that? All of these energies can work together harmoniously. This does not need to be a crossing energy, especially because it's the lover's energy and you have the maiden card here. These energies should be going hand in hand. And I think for you guys, Sag, this crossing energy is definitely one of those instances where this particular lunar cycle is meant for you to turn this crossing energy up right, okay? All right, y'all, let's move on to the next card. The next card that you have in your spread is the Mother of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and this is coming up in the position of where do you need to devote a little bit more of your passion or your drive or your will? Where do you need to put a little bit more energy? And the Mother of Swords is a very observant card. This is a card that has the energy of taking a step back and looking at things and seeing things for what they truly are and gaining, like, you know, gaining true and real clear perspective on life and the things going on around her, him, or whatever it is, the Mother of Swords. So this card coming up in this position, Sag, I believe for you, you have all of this energy of, you know, needing to get back to yourself, needing to continue your own growth, needing to, you know, really devote the right type of energy to yourself. I do believe that this card coming up is saying that you need to put a little bit more energy towards figuring out what it is that you need to bring yourself into this maiden energy, to bring this Lover's card upright, to keep the Chariot energy behind the maiden energy so that you can walk down that path from that Crone card falling out, okay? Mother of Swords card coming up in the position, you know, you need to put more passion here, you need to put more drive here. You just need to have a clear head on what's going on in your life. You guys are Sages, you guys are the arrows. You're used to kind of just like jetting off and taking a new journey, and sometimes you don't take the time to provide yourself with the care that you need to in between those journeys, or in between those people, or in between those situations. So this card coming up in this position, Sag, is really just saying like, hey, listen, all of this needs to happen, all of it will happen, but you're not going to be able to even get in or tap into this energy without a clear head, a clear space. You guys are fire, and fire, like water, sometimes we don't really think about the things that we do. We more so operate out of our emotions. So this card is saying, hey, tap a little bit more into your logic in regards to how you can emotionally heal and nurture yourself and grow spiritually. Tap into some Empress energy that is, you know, hand in hand with this Maiden card. The next or the last card that you guys have coming up in your spread is Perception, and this is in the position of your soul message. So this is an extra message for you guys to kind of take away with you, and this talks about the way that you view the world, the way that you look at things. So Sag, again, I was talking about how you guys exert your energy because you feel a certain way or you feel like you need to, and then also okay, first we'll talk about that. So again, Sag, you really have to maybe shift the way that you look at things. You have a card of, you have 2 perception cards in your spread actually. Shift the way that you look at things, really take a step back from the things going on around you. This Lover's energy, I actually pick up on both of the messages here. Like, I very strongly, I'm getting that a lot of you are going to have some sort of soulmate coming in and you're going to just kind of be swept away with it. Like, oh, hey, where have you been all my life? And then for a lot of you, it really is like, you know, you're just putting your energy into everybody but you. So depending on what you have going on, you really need to take some time to look at the way the world works and the way you think the world works around you. This is also, I believe, especially if we're talking about having a soulmate coming in or having a new like relationship of some sorts or intimate connection, I think that person may be coming in to help you with this perspective shift. So for some of you, you may be dealing with both of these situations, and that person is somebody that is going to help you come back into this space of, oh, no, 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 no. Not on my Drake train. I know Drake is in this song, but no, thank you. So, no, goddamn Rihanna. Anyway, I don't know. Like, I'm slowly starting to like Rihanna's music, or more of Rihanna's music, I guess I should say. But perception. Sag, the way that you look at the world, the way that you look at things, and then if this Lovers card is connected to it, if you do have a soulmate coming in, this soulmate is gonna rock your world and you're gonna open your eyes to a lot of new and different things. So lots of good energy here, Sag. Either way, it comes back to your own personal growth before you're coming into your new year, and that is the most important thing. Just remember that you really need to take the time to look at situations and look at the things that you have going on around you to determine whether or not they're things you should keep around you. And then you also need to keep in mind that no matter what is going on around you in regards to this Lovers card, you do need to harness that Chariot energy and push forward towards, again, walking down your own path and nurturing yourself and healing your own heart, and you know, just bringing yourself into the space that you want to be in and growing into the person that you would like to be. Okay? All right, Sag. I hope those cards resonated with you. I hope that those cards provided you some insight. If you feel like you need a little bit more clarity or want a personal reading, please feel free to check out my Etsy shop, and you can book a reading with me through there. If you don't see anything on there that works for you, you can also shoot me an email. I have all of those. That was like half the deck. I can't really shuffle with this little baby deck. All of those links are down in the description box, okay? Check out the videos that I mentioned at the beginning of this reading. If you like the video, please go on and give me a little thumbs up down below. If you have any questions or comments, I do check my channel pretty frequently, so I will respond to you so long as it's positive. Spread love. What else? If you have any Sag friends or friends with a lot of Sag placements, or friends that are trying to see what's popping with their little Sag boo, go on and send them this video. Help them get their whole lives together. Y'all share my videos all the time. I truly appreciate it. Coming up on a year, trying to hit 1K soon here, so I would appreciate it if you guys shared my channel and also told people to subscribe. And if you're still listening to me talk so far, you might as well go on and subscribe too if you're not already subscribed, so you can keep up with when I put out more videos of me talking or me reading cards or whatever I have going on. All right, I think that's it, y'all. I say like, comment, share, subscribe. That is it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see y'all next time.